Hello, my beautiful people. Now, here is another beautiful day. Here we are. How God commands my destiny and how I am loved everywhere I go. And even I'm sure you're already loving me. But anyway, I stopped where I never wore a uniform since P1, P2 up to P6. So when I reached in P6, my mom, my auntie, yes, my uncle's wife. Now remember, I've gone to live with my uncle. But before I go on and tell you about my school uniform that I got to my name, we are living with, now have a younger brother who joined us, who came and lived with us. Again, listen, I will make sure this young baby doesn't go through what I went through. Okay, I make sure that every single thing, if there is anything he has done wrong, okay, I will make sure I tell him, but I don't tell my uncle and the wife. I present myself the other side that I was the one who has done it. I don't know if I was doing bad. I was making him to face the world, but I know how that treatment would be. It will not be good, because we would make sure that before we go to school, we would wash dishes, clean the compound, do all house chores, you get? And the rule is, he's to help me. There's no way he's going to get up and sit there and just wait for me to go to school. No, you can't just wake up and wash your feet. Yes, it's to wash feet. We don't know if they shower in the morning to go to bathe in the morning to go to school. No, you wash your feet, you brush your teeth, you go. But no, you're not going. Clean the compound, clean the house, okay, wash the dishes. That's work. However much work was overloaded, if you ask me where would I prefer to be, I would prefer to be there. That's why primary school were near. Where I would go to school, the school was available. Like, school was near guys, compared to other places. Yes, where I was staying, my uncle, the other uncle who was my daddy's brother, school was very near. But hey, no, I would not go back. If you're asking me why, I will not give you even a reason. Okay, anyway, I would rather stay here. And if you ask me why didn't I stay with my mama, the thing is, my mom was completely busy 24/7. At night, she would reach like at 10 from school, where she was working as a cook. That lady lost completely the skin, the body, every single thing. She lost it. I think she was overworking. She was overthinking. If there is anything I would give to help her at that point, but nothing. I just passed by from my sister's place, went to live with the other uncle. From the other uncle, just passed by, live with this other uncle. Here I'm overpassing over my mama. Now, looking at her like that was heartbreaking. My mama would come. So my mom came and visited us at one point. But before she came, this was a scenario where my little brother decided to go with her. There was a time, like I said, I will take blame for him. But I'll come back and pinch his ear. Hey, you did bad. Next time, I'll come back. Yes, I'll come and teach him. But I'll teach him with love. You know, there is teaching with love and there is teaching with care. No care, no care. I'll come back and rebuke him. If there is anything she has done bad, I'll make sure that I'll be the one to say I'm the one. So this time, we were going. There's a point where my uncle's wife had to get a job somewhere. So she moved. She's a primary teacher. She moved to live where she was teaching near the school on the other side. Now, literally here it's me and my brother. Yes. If you're asking me if my uncles do have children, yes, they do have. They do have children, and these are the children who were giving us uniform. Thank God they're girl and a boys, 2 boys and 1 girl. These kids will help us so much that that clothes that they do not need, they will give to us. Okay, so we do have uniforms, and we would wear those uniforms from where they were studying from. They were studying in better schools. So those schools, if you compare them with where we are studying, my friend, you will give respect to the name of the school immediately. If you hear that school name, you will give the respect immediately without a second thought. Okay, you give respect immediately. So now this is me going to school using this other school uniform from different schools that has bigger names. So entering to school, before even I stepped in that school where I started staying with my uncle and the wife, I was given a school uniform from my cousin that Judith, wear this one. Hey, first time wearing a school uniform. Hey, I don't even care if that uniform did not belong to that school. I never cared. I was happy. The only thing that made me happy was school was near, you guys. School was near. School was near. School was near. So I was happy, and I always wanted to study. That's my point. Where there is food, however much of a workload was there, but there was food, there was study, like education was key to me. There was study and there was education. So that was so beautiful thing to me. I would not even think twice to stay there again and again and again. Hey, as long as I'm at school, I'm at peace. I'll do the rest. Whatever you give me to do. If you're telling me this is the rule, clean the compound, wash the dishes, make sure that you put even the breakfast there before you go to school, I'll do all that stuff and I go to school. I'll do the work and go to school. So guys, the good thing is the teachers respect the uniform, the school. I told you that there's a name when you hear a certain school. There is a respect as you give immediately. If you had power, you would want to go to the school and pay the school fees, because there they pay. And this side here, no school payment, no school fees payment. Primary, government, free of charge. Those few payment and books, yeah. So me and my brother would fully go to school every day. And my uncle, where are we going to stay if you miss school? You have to go to school. So there was a point my uncle wife have to go where she works. She would go for a week, and then this time around, I think she just went. She will come home maybe in the evening, during the weekends. So I was in charge of my little brother, and there at least we will do other things. We will start preparing ourselves better on weekend. And even my uncle went. So both of them on the other side. Now here we will do, but you should not mess up any single thing. We can make sure, and my uncle will appear anytime. So make sure you all the time stay there. Another thing, no playing with the other kids. Like, you don't go play with neighborhood. You stay there. You find yourself to play around. So those things, we leave them at school. We come and be nice kids for good. Now here comes us. I thought my brother closed. It's Friday, and I'm sure my uncle would come home from the other side. My brother locked. I thought he went with the key. I locked we locked the key inside. We locked the key inside. Terrifying. Hey! Woo! Terrifying. My uncle came. I remember I saw a man standing there. I knew that's my uncle. I went to look for my little brother. I said, "Where are you? Uncle is here. Where is the key? I want to take to him." He said, "I don't have key." We are dead. We are dead. And when I was immediately immediately I knew. I locked the key. I told him, okay, you come, we go. I grabbed him. We go. In my head, I'm like, we are dead. We are dead. We are dead. Hey, guys. We reached. We found when my uncle has gone. My uncle knew the fact that we have seen him, we are heading home. So he's not going to wait for that key. So he went back home. He reached, sat under a tree. There was a mango tree. He sat properly. Remember, he has not been home the whole week. He sat properly, waiting for us, okay? But he knew that he has 2 children at home there. So, waiting for us from school, coming to open the door for him. And why did we delay at school also? Me and my brother, we are reaching. I told him, we don't have key. I told him, uncle wanted key. We're in trouble. So I want him to be prepared because me, I was ready. Whatever. Uncles, we reached there. Like, who locked the door? I said, first, where is the key? I started crying immediately. For him, he knew that we lost the key in the playground because we must be playing. Where is the key? I started crying immediately. This time it was beyond, guys. I didn't know what to do. Where's the key? I started crying immediately. And then he said, where is, like another voice. I said, the keys are inside. How did you lock them inside? Who locked? I said, I was the one. My brother is there, seated at the balcony, no, veranda, like watching every movie. And I'm ready to be laid down and beaten. I remember he even has a stick. My brother is crying. I am crying. Before they have beaten both of us, we were already crying. The guy, in his mercy, you guys, God can hear. He had mercy on us. What goes unpunished on him? You can never go unpunished. But that day, he did not even do anything. He just told, he called, there's a carpenter, he called him to come and open the window. Like the window was, thank God, the window was wood. So they removed the window, they entered inside, they found the key, they opened. But the lesson they are like, it's quiet, everyone is quiet, everyone is quiet. Hey, wait, food. As if that is not enough. We fried beans. Okay, guys, we fried beans. He knows the only thing that is there's no money on us. Where on earth did we get money from? We have to start explaining, where did you get money from? And if you're asking me, we can't tell him that I went to the market and I sold sweet potato for 1,000. Hey, you can never tell that story, you guys. You're not selling food. Because we were tired of food being pasted, I swear. The good thing was, my brother used to make cars. Like, however small he was, I actually wanted him to learn engineering. Like that guy would make cars out of nothing, so the children would love. Maybe he would give even for 200 for someone. Like, he will make those cars that children, like he will make little, I'm not mean these cars, these play cars, like out of sorghum stems. you will peel those stems and then you make you pin using the I like, there's a lot of craft. That guy was mainly born to do that. So he would do that, and when he had some pieces. So my uncle found, told him that this story is good. Now it can come out. I'm there shivering. I told him, this is now at night when we are eating. I told him that we never had money. It's true. So my little brother has this small cousin. He sent them at the kids at school at 200. So it's 500. We went. I asked him for 500 and we bought what? Cooking oil. Oh Lord. He saved me. But that thing stays in his head, in my little brother's head. So when my mom came to visit us. This is now point where my brother decided to go with him. And over months, I didn't want him to go. I want him to be here because I know how far is school from our place. It would be so bad for him. Again, also my mom doesn't have money. My mom doesn't have things to take care of him. My mom was not okay financially, even food alone. At least here we had food from the garden. We would have sweet potato, cassava. Even if there is no much sauce, we'll have things to eat. So I didn't want him to go. But how can I tell him? He's a child. He didn't want to go through that, all those sort of, because every day will be yelled at and so on. And what he did was, told my mom that he's going with her. And my mom said, how about you? I said, yeah, I'm staying. Because my point was, I want to finish P7. I'm staying. And my uncle, every time he would tell, my elder sister lived with him. He finished P7. He went away. She went away to my mom to go to senior 4. And she repeated. She found my other siblings in still secondary. She repeated and got married. So my uncle every time would be like, you people, you'll be nobody. You are going to be like your sister. You are just going to go and get married. You are going to be like this. And one point I told myself that I will not get married until I graduate and get job and start helping my mama. I will not get married until I finished my studies. In Jesus' name, I prayed. Guys, I prayed. So I told him, that thing when my mama told me that, how about you are staying? I said, yes, I'm staying here. My brother went. So my mom and my mom left. Of course, my mom came and visited their place. That is the father's place. So she came and visited their place. We were staying at her place, okay? Not at my father's place or the other side. We are living at her place. So she came and visited. She didn't come and pick us. She came and visited, but I refused to go. My little brother went with her. Me, I remain. And so at the point of me staying, I got another opportunity of like moving to stay with now my auntie, my uncle's wife. I stay with her. I would call her mommy. I moved to stay with her. Life was good. God answered my prayer. Now I went and lived with her. She loves me so much because, of my hard work. So this is now me joining P6. So when I reached that side, I was going to P6, okay? I was going to P6. And remember now here you're living in teacher's court. You're not child of a teacher. So you have to make sure that you have your own uniform from that school. Now, how will you order other kids that make sure you get uniform when your child is not wearing? I was now living here. So So life was good, and that's why I finished my primary in another school. So, but it's deeper in a primary school in a very deep village, but I was able to wear a school uniform to my name. So I got a uniform, I went to a tailor, and I told that tailor, do like this, like make it like this. Every day I'll iron that uniform, make sure that that uniform is smart, that uniform is clean. I spent 2 years wearing that one uniform, and let me tell you, it didn't grow old. I gave it back. I took it and I gave it to another child in a village. Actually, most times those villages, they may be having similar uniforms. So it was similar uniform, but different stripes running. So I gave to her, and she was able to wear it, I believe. So that's how I finished my primary level. Now, remember, my auntie, who is my uncle's wife, is telling me, you can actually talk to your mom, because I know definitely they're not going to give me school fees for secondary. You can be operating from here to the other side, however, like as a day, however much. There's a nearby secondary school that, not nearby, but she wanted me to stay around. You guys, however much I wanted to study, I was already tired of working, tired of cleaning, tired of washing clothes, tired. I was tired, but I could not tell anyone. You get, I was tired. I just wanted to have a day whereby you can tell someone. I do not want to do it. In my whole life, up to 12 years, I cannot tell I'm not doing. It's always yes, whether I want it, yes. I was tired. I just finished P7. I decided to go. I would say run, but I told my auntie, whom I would call mommy. I was calling her mommy. I told mommy I want to go and have vacation with my mama. I told mommy I'm going to go after my examination. I'm going to have vacation with my mama. I decided to go, guys. I decided to go. However much I want the education, I said, Mama, I'm going. So I went, and when I reached in my home village, I carried every single thing of mine. Every single thing. I reached to my mama village. My mama hugged me. We are happy. Of course, she was still working as cook at school. My brother has grown, and then my uncle decided that my brother comes the other side now that I've gone. I'm like, now she has grown, let him go. I didn't say anything. Quiet. He went. Now another baby your mama is having. Now this is me. I was staying with my mom. Now my mom like, okay, now you finished. You guys, I don't know where that stubbornness I got it from. Sleep, wake up, sit. Hey, compound is dirty. Did I find my other siblings? Of course, they are grown up, so they're around. My elder brother, one I followed is a boy, so the other one, the boy followed, went and got married, and then the other one is in Singapore finishing. That's why my mom is still working as a cook. Then now I join, and she have to remain there for another years. Yes, obviously. And I told her, I'm going to pass. Mommy, I'm going to pass, but I'm not going to repeat P7. I am not going to repeat. Now, my mom is there now thinking, because in her head, I'm like, I'm going to repeat. But I'm telling her I'm not going to repeat. And I told her like that, but she took it as a joke. Other women would visit her and tell her, Judith is still young. I don't even see her running up and down. Judith is at the same age with my daughter, but my daughter is now grown up. Judith is not growing. Like, I was looking dumb, dull, useless in front of those village women. I was looking at the person who doesn't know anything. Like, they don't even think that I would cook. I was a very slow, like down to earth. I will talk slowly. The kids in the village would yell at their parents, but I will not even yell. The kids at my age, remember now I'm 12 years, the kids at my age would, I've already made it 13 because that's made it 12 when it was July. This is now December. I'm 13 years old. The kids at the village, 12 years, having business, helping their parents, digging, like they have something to their name. And me, I have zero. Nothing. I just brought me. I'm from school with my small English. And they did not know anything. So there is different life I found, because I was living in town area, at least town. I had that small town life in me. But this other side here, deep in the village, the kids have something to their name. This child is talking about something big that they have planned. What kind of plans, guys? Kids have a disco dance. And it's night disco dance. And I'm like, really? You go there and spend the whole night? Yes. I joined. Girls at my age, others were already having boyfriends. I remember the girls, my uncle's wife who used to come there, for her, she can do this, I'm dull, she can't compare me with her. She was already grown up. Like, I would see people bigger than me in their way of acting, in their way of doing things. And I'm here, very dull, with another area, but not school area. But did they go to school? No. They will stop in P2, P3, and away from school. So the moment they start making little money from small business of selling things on the, they will stop it. They will stop school. And that is something I didn't want. I thank God. I was grateful, but I lost my gratefulness. Like, I lost it for a second, and I wanted to be like them. Hey, I wanted to be like them. And remember, this is me who wants to go to secondary. I'm already putting orders, and this is me who doesn't want to do work, because I didn't want to do work. Every people who comes around are looking at me like Jude doesn't know anything. She can't even go. Who will marry her? That Jude doesn't know how to clean compound. I've never seen Judy sweeping compound. I've never done this, you guys. So it feels so good to live with a person who is treating you like their child. They will understand. You do not want to do this, it's okay. But the other side, you do not want to do it, what is okay? Do it. Hey, you have no. You have no. Every time is yes. Do this, okay, mom. Do this, okay, mom. Do this. All the time, whether you like it or not, do it. So this time around, I want to be like these other kids. What can you do? I did it. Like now, I start joining them. You guys, I start plotting with them, because they always have something to plot. They have a disco dance somewhere. I will be like, at what time? Please tell me, come around. Where are you going to be? Which place? Which home? I'm coming. When mama starts realizing that I'm closely living with this kid, she starts making sure I go to bed early. And there was a time I decided to pass through the window. I opened the window, I locked the door, to them, to make sure that I be in their plan. I be in their plan. I escaped for some times. Of course, I have to feel the vibe.